Hey everybody, hope you're having a good weekend. I'm getting ready to do some testing with the Tulu3 LLM. It was released back in November. The interesting thing about Tulu3 is that it's like a fully open source model. Like everything that they did to train it, I believe, was like open source. So let's see some things that they might say about it out there. And it was released in November 2024, so it's not necessarily like cutting edge right now. Let's see. So early in 2023, the open ecosystem thrived on multiple versions of synthetic data for instruction fine-tuning, building on techniques like self-instruct. Later in the year, the community gained further performance by aligning models with direct preference optimization on small preference datasets. Since then, progress in truly open methods has largely stalled, measured by a few metrics, such as key evaluations such as math or IF eval. I think that's how that's pronounced. Might be IFeval, if I don't know. And community standards such as Chatbot Arena, where open data is not available for models in the top 15. This lack of transparency creates challenges for reproducibility and hinders progress in understanding how specific fine-tuning strategies impact model performance. With Tulu3, we are releasing state-of-the-art post-trained models with every step in the pipeline open, training datasets, data curation tools, data decontamination scripts, training code, evaluation suites, etc. We believe this will both close the gap to closed recipes for post-training and act as a foundation for the next chapter of open post-training research. Our best performing recipe yields Tulu3, a state-of-the-art post-train model outperforming open-weight post-train models of the same size, such as Llama 3.1 Instruct, Quen 2.5 Instruct, Mistral Instruct, and Nemotron on our comprehensive evaluation suite, highlighted in the tables and plot below. We also demonstrate that our open source models not only achieve state-of-the-art performance, but also close the gap to the capabilities of their proprietary counterparts. And then they got a bunch of stuff that shows things. It's old, so all this data is kind of out of date, but we'll see how it works. It's still pretty large, and it's still got what looks to be, I don't know what the scores mean. But yeah, let's see how it works with the test that we're doing right now, which is to give theming to this MyDayAstro post page. So I wanted to add a button that changes it from dark theme to light theme and would persist between pages and would work as well going back. So we've done that so far for a couple of other ones. 5.4 Deep Coder, Gemma, Quen 3, I think we skipped Quen 2.5, and Nemotron so far. So let's see what Tulu can do. We'll try it with Roo, and then we'll try it with Continue. So let's see, if I go to my terminal, I can see where I am in Git, and I got a branch ready for it, blog post style 2-3 first test. And I've got my blog posts open here. And if I find my predify prompt, oh, that's right, I don't have it yet. So let's see if I can get it. Let's see if it's here already. I had done some things before we started, so that looks like it. Let's run that. Git checkout, and I'm checking out from that 5.4 branch and just that predify prompt file. All right, there we go. So our predify prompt file is kind of like the context that we want to start with, and we just want to feed this along with the blog posts all to Roo, having chosen Tulu3 as the model to use, and then do continue after that. So let's go to Roo. Roo code 3.19.1 released. Powerful new features. All right. let's go. Oh, there's a new thing here. What's that do? Modes. Cool. All right. Settings, ollama, Nemotron. We want to choose 273B. Save that. Done there. And I guess we'll just ask it this question again, since we've already got it there. Copy that. Go to a plus. Paste it in there. Thinks I know what I'm thinking about. Click the button. All right, so it looks like Tulu3 accepts a 128K context size. And I believe it's thinking. We can see what it's thinking about. Ollama PS. 46 gigabytes of RAM so far. And we can see how the machine's doing here. Mac fans control. Cancel that. Monitoring only. All right, so you see the GPU clusters jumping up, not the performance cores yet. It's very nice. Well, it's a cool day inside. Pretty sure if we looked at the weather, it would say it's hot out there. All right, so it's thinking about that, letting the things go in the background and stay at a 46 gigabyte jump. So we'll let it chew on that. So yeah, we've got the style. We want a central style sheet to apply to all the HTML files. We want the option to change the text from dark and light theme. Oh, there it goes. Okay, well, why doesn't it think that I've provided a specific task? So let's see. Ensure all the image references within the HTML files are correct and that the images exist in specified locations. This would involve reading each HTML file. That's not something the other ones asked about. Let's see. Another potential task is to update or create a new blog post. Yeah, that's what the others were thinking. And I see you have several HTML files. Could you please specify how you would like me to assist you? Please choose one of the options. Okay, so it's trying to give me options, it looks like. I assume, okay, so the context length that it's working with is only 4,000 kilobytes. But maybe it doesn't know. What do these buttons do? That doesn't do anything. Okay, well, that's about to be expected from Roo for something from November of 2024. Let's stop that. Let's go see if we can make Continue do it. So we're not on Nemotron now, we're on Toot. And we want to use, let's see, if this one might start with it. Yeah, okay, let's do this one. Copy that. Go to a new on Tulu. We'll run that. Oh, let's make sure that it has the things plugged in that we want. Cool. All right, let's let it think about that. It's got 4 context items to go with. Scripts.js. No, I don't think there's a script.js in there. There's not. No. All right, stop. How do I make it stop? Cancel. Cancel. Let's get rid of the code base on there. I don't want you to look at the code base. There you go. I remember we ran into a bug where I guess it remembered things about the code base that weren't there anymore because they were part of another branch, and it looked like it was about to start doing that. All right. Maybe we won't keep this one going for too long. we'll have a different session later, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. My dog's recovering, but he doesn't like it whenever he's not getting attention. So it's too hot to take him out on walks right now. Trying to think what, I don't know. He really likes eating things. So I've given him a lot of that, but that's going to cause him to gain weight by the time he goes back to see the doctor again. So maybe I don't know. He also likes pets, but he's, you know, I spent all day petting. All right, what are we thinking about here? Below is an example style.css file that addresses your requirements. All right, style.css. It'll keep thinking about that. Let's see what it's doing over here. Everything's hitting 77. That's getting responsible. I do have the AC set a little bit down to keep it cool in here. All right, so we got an explanation of changes, global styles, dark theme, light theme. Okay, responsive design. The media query ensures that the layout adjusts for smaller screens. Yep, it's doing that. Visual pleasantries, simple section margins, and styled horizontal rule add visual distinction. Cool. To implement in CSS, need a link there. For the theme toggle button, you can add a button in your HTML and handle JavaScript at the bottom of each HTML file. This will allow users to toggle between light and dark themes on your blog posts. Okay. Cool. This, I know it's not going to address my persistence issues. So I'm going to start by saying, well, yeah, let's see what it looks like first. So I'm going to take this script file, I'm going to create the file. Okay, we can save that. And that ended up style.css. And we can link the style sheet. Wonder why it thinks that the style sheet should be a level up. Let's open up this one. It should just be like that. And a button. And then it's going to add that. Okay, so I'm going to put that up here. Okay, and I can put that. All right, let's ask it to refactor. Can you please put the JavaScript code into a new theme toggle.js file so I can use it on multiple pages? Let's let it think about that for a second. Certainly. Below is the JavaScript code that should be placed in the theme toggle.js. This script allows you to toggle between light and dark themes across all blog posts. Okay. Oh, it's putting much more in there. Oh, it's even doing the local storage. Nice. Script first checks that the DOM content loaded event is fired to ensure that all HTML elements have been fully loaded before trying to access them. Then retrieves the theme preference from local storage. If dark is set, it adds the class dark theme. Script checks for the presence of an element with the ID theme toggle. Oh, you know what? I think at this point, maybe we can refresh this page, see what it looks like. Ah, okay. So we put the button on there that wouldn't do anything yet. And I'm not sure if I noticed the horizontalness it was talking about, but that's okay. All right, so let's do this. We're going to go create the theme toggle file and save that. And then we'll go apply this to the index.html page, but it still thinks it's in a level above where we're at. That's okay. So we want to do this below the button, I remember. That way the button's there for it to find. Okay. And then remember that the button functionality, you still need a button in each HTML file like so. All right, so we should be able to take this. Let's try it first. Empty cache, empty cache, reload. Toggle light and dark. It does. Good. All right, so then we'll do this. We'll copy that. We'll go back across, put it in each of these. Good old-fashioned copy paste. You know, the Egyptians would have had to like put all this into papyrus or like hammered it into the walls of a pyramid to get it to stick. Not here. Here we can copy paste. Control C, Control V, Control S. Take that, Egyptians. All right. Let's go see how it worked. We're good there. Go dark. Go next. Stay dark. Go light. Go back. Ah, we still got the corner case. Okay, so let's describe the corner case, which is that, I guess, if I've got it set one way on the page and I go to the next and I change it and I go back, it goes back. So this has been a common corner case, at least the way that we've been talking to the LLMs about it. So far, this one's gotten really far pretty quick, so pretty happy with Tulu so far. Let's go and ask it about it. And if that works, maybe we can even move on to that next step where we check the width on it. So let's say when I go from the index page to another page, change the theme and go back using the back button. The theme changes back. Is there a way to get the theme to persist even when using the back button? All right, let's go see how much more it's using there. Okay, so now it's using 50 gigabytes and it's using the embed. I'm not sure what the embed is really used for. I know that it's used to take certain parts of the context to like guess what context is needed and feed that back into the LLM again. All right. The behavior you're seeing is due to how the browser navigation, how browsers handle navigation through the history stack using the back button. When you navigate back to a previous page, some browsers may display a cached version of that page. which does not reflect changes made on subsequent pages. To ensure that the theme persists, even when navigating with the back button, you need to use JavaScript to reapply the user's preferred theme whenever a page is loaded from the history stack. You can accomplish this by listening for the page show event instead of or in addition to the DOM content loaded event. Here's how you would update the theme toggle. Okay, we'll wait until it's done there. Let's go make sure we're on the theme toggle page, or JavaScript file. By adding these changes, your theme preference should now persist. Okay. Well, let's go. Let's find out. Apply. Okay. Accept. Save. Control. Empty cache and hard reload. Alright, so now we're on the dark theme, the light theme. Go forward. Go to the dark theme. Go back. It sticks. We've done it. Alright, let's try the next thing now. So if I go to here and I scroll down, there we go. Okay, so if I scroll this quickly, yep, okay, so I've got the margin issue still. Okay, so let's see if I can describe this. I remember we had trouble describing it, and I resorted to cheating with Nemotron after asking it so many times. Let's say, okay, let me get at the page that's messing up here. Maybe that's what I missed last time. Maybe I never gave Nemotron the page that was a problem. Okay, so I want to keep the style page open. I want to keep the beginning page open. All right, I want to say, let's say, I'm probably going to end up talking about this problem. Well, we'll see. Maybe I will. I have a new issue to try to solve when I look at files at the beginning. In responsive mode. If I decrease the width, the text flow margins decrease faster, maybe due to the image element at the bottom of the page. Is there a way we could modify styles.css to allow the text flow margins to continue to stay at the device's width as it decreases. Maybe that's a good way to ask it this time. We'll find out. I feel like I didn't ask Nemotron this question well enough. Maybe I still didn't understand it well enough at the time. It takes me a lot of like iterations of something to really understand what I'm working with. So maybe I am accidentally learning, even though I'm supposed to be using UI, or not the UI, the AI, you know? Like, I don't know. It's supposed to know this, so I don't have to, but kind of feel like knowing it is better than not. Don't want to lose my ability to read, just because the machine can read too. But having said that, I never learned how to read assembly, and I'm okay with that. So maybe one day I guess when the machine can do it on its own, whenever I wouldn't need a subscription service to do it, I'll be okay with letting it do it more. But given the ones that I can get access to right now, it seems like I need to work back and forth with them to get what I want out, which is no different than any amount of programming that I've done before. It's mostly, I guess the difference is I'm not going to Google or Stack Overflow or forum posts or Reddit as often to look at what the answers might be and iterating that way. I'm kind of just iterating in my own words to this, I guess, thing that's been trained on all those sources to let me know what I need. Okay, so now we're getting down to the responsive design part. We'll see if this part will get some fixes around it. Let's see if it said anything before. To ensure the text flow and its surrounding padding adjusts appropriately with changes in screen size, you should update your CSS media queries. This issue might be due to the container class not adjusting correctly at smaller widths. Here's how we can modify it to ensure the margins stay consistent. I've added a max width property to the image element within the media query for smaller screens. This ensures that the images scale down nicely and do not overflow their container. Ooh, okay. That looks like the fix that we needed. Make sure you've included the meta name viewport tag in your HTML head section if you haven't already. Okay. This will ensure that your web page scales correctly for mobile devices and other small screens. I don't know if I've seen this before. Okay, let's go. So we'll try applying this directly on the beginning page, because that's where we know that the problem is. Okay, so it says it did the image thing, and the rest should be the same. Let's see if that's true. Yep. I'm not going to do it too close, but yeah, it looks like it's true. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll put this media screen part and take this image, we'll add it here. Oh, we'll fix the formatting. And okay, so we've got the rest of that in there. And then check the viewport section in the, let's see, make sure you've included the meta name tag in your HTML head. I have not, oh wait, yes I have. Okay, we're in good shape. Let's go back. So we got the thing there. We'll refresh the page. We'll shrink it. That looks like I might have fixed it. That's so nice. Okay, good job, Tulu. Very quick. That was everything. So let me stop there and say Tulu did pretty great. It's pretty big, being a 70 gig or 70 V model that takes up about 50 gigs of RAM to work. But it did all the things, and I feel like it's been pretty short amount of time, so I'm happy with it. The actual theming is good in that it's readable, and I'm happy with readable. I can't really complain with it. Maybe just the blue for the links could be a little bit lighter. It's hard to read them whenever they're that dark blue. But okay. Thanks, everybody. I hope you all have a good weekend. Talk to you later on.